What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today we're talking about Jared Gordon going off on bettors over the recent UFC situation. During this past week's UFC card we learned that Jared Gordon was hit by a car ahead of the weigh-ins and chose not to tell anyone. The community only found out after Belal Muhammad made it public. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel. Since then, Jared has received backlash from bettors who said it was unfair that they placed bets on him while he decided to fight without revealing his health situation. In an interview with Full Send MMA, Gordon responded to the criticism and said he could not care less about what they have to say.
I make an income outside of fighting. I don't have to fight. And looking at the comments, people are like, oh, these broke fighters, they shouldn't be, mostly bettors, guys that are losing money on bets. You should be, I'm getting DMs, you should tell people when you're injured so we don't bet on you. Do you think I give a about you and your bets? Degenerate.
Arman Tsarukyan says he cannot afford to mess up in his upcoming grappling match. Although there has been no official word on when he will return to the octagon, the surging contender has been staying busy by competing in grappling bouts. Ahead of his match against Benson Henderson this Friday in Moscow, Tsarukyan told Red Corner MMA that he cannot afford to make mistakes because if he loses, fans will not let him forget it. That he said he has a serious opponent and must be fully prepared. The bout will be 10 minutes straight without a break, which makes it even more challenging. Tsarukyan explained that the 3 grappling matches he has taken since his cancelled UFC 311 headliner against Islam Makhachev have helped him stay disciplined and motivated while waiting for news about his next UFC fight. Speaking about the lightweight division, Tsarukyan also shared his belief that Ilia Topuria will fight Paddy Pimblett next rather than Justin Gaethje. He suggested that the UFC can match Topuria with whoever they want, but in his opinion, Pimblett is the more likely opponent. Tsarukyan added that Topuria may defend his title and if Islam Makhachev wins another belt, could even move up to 170 pounds in pursuit of becoming a triple champion. He believes Topuria would prefer a bigger money fight against Makhachev rather than facing him. In other news, Merab Dvalishvili is aiming for a knockout in his upcoming fight against Corey Sandhagen at UFC 320. After snapping his 5-fight decision streak with a submission win over Sean O'Malley in June, Dvalishvili hopes to secure another finish. In an interview with MMA Junkie, he said that while many fans believe the fight will be easy for him, he strongly disagrees. He called Sandhagen a dangerous opponent and said he has great respect for him. Dvalishvili explained that he has been working on his striking and expects much of the fight to take place on the feet. However, he emphasized that it is still an MMA fight and he must be prepared for everything. His coach John Wood echoed that sentiment, saying fans will see a more aggressive and entertaining version of Dvalishvili in this matchup. While focused on Sandhagen, Dvalishvili also discussed the upcoming bout between Umar Nurmagomedov and Mario Bautista, which could determine the next #1 contender if Petr Yan does not receive the next title shot. Dvalishvili praised Bautista's winning streak and said he hopes Bautista wins the fight. Elsewhere, Mark Shapiro recently addressed why the UFC did not sign a broadcast deal with Netflix. Before finalizing a deal with Paramount, there were reports that the UFC could partner with Netflix. However, Shapiro explained that Netflix was only interested in the numbered pay-per-view events and not the full schedule of fight nights. According to him, that opened the door for Paramount and CBS to secure the agreement instead. Fans had mixed reactions, with some saying they prefer all events to remain on one platform rather than being split across multiple services. Others felt the UFC missed an opportunity to expand its reach by not partnering with Netflix. As we await the UFC's return next weekend in Perth, several new fights have been announced. Mansour Abdul Malik is set to face Antonio Trocoli in a middleweight bout at UFC 323 in December. Teresa Bleda will take on Jamie Lynn Horth at UFC Vegas 112 on December 13th. Kayla Harrison also shared an update regarding a potential fight with Amanda Nunes, saying both fighters are ready and they are simply waiting on final details. More updates are expected soon as the UFC schedule continues to take shape.
Here, I'm better than you. You know this.
Well, I hope so.
You know this.
The whole idea is to make him better everywhere, not just
Coach,
here.
Coach, you have to realize. You teach me this, now I'm better than you.
Okay. Is it better?
Of course he's gonna say yours. No.
Everybody say, look, hey, oh yeah, go here. What? Say, what you say?
Number one.
Number one.
Tom Aspinall talks about Cyril Gane improving his ground game. Since his submission loss to John Jones in 2023, Cyril Gane has continued working on his grappling. Ahead of their upcoming UFC 321 title fight, Tom Aspinall said he would not be surprised if Gane attempts to take him down. During an interview with Bloody Elbow this week, Aspinall explained that this is MMA and he is preparing for every possible scenario. He said he trains with high-level athletes in all areas of the sport and feels comfortable wherever the fight goes. He plans to take the path of least resistance on fight night, whatever that may be. Aspinall acknowledged that Gane has had weaknesses in his ground game in the past but believes he has improved. He would not be surprised if they engage in multiple grappling exchanges, but he also would not be shocked if the fight remains a stand-up battle. He emphasized that in MMA you must be ready for anything. There has also been discussion about whether Gane might look to wrestle after Aspinall was taken down in a previous matchup against Rico Verhoeven. For now, fans are reacting to the newly released UFC 321 poster as anticipation builds for the title fight. Coach blames UFC for Kelvin Gastelum weight miss. Despite moving back up to middleweight, Kelvin Gastelum came in 5 pounds overweight for his recent fight. While some fans have called for the UFC to release him, similar to how they handled Brian Battle, there is no indication that will happen. Coach Ray Longo partially blamed the UFC for booking Gastelum on short notice. Speaking on Onik and Florian podcast, Longo said that when you give a fighter limited time to prepare, weight issues can become more likely. He suggested the promotion shares some responsibility for putting fighters in that situation. Michael Bisping agrees with Dana White on the Jon Jones situation. Although Dana White has often called Jon Jones the greatest of all time, he has reportedly been hesitant to rely on him for the upcoming UFC White House card. Former champion Michael Bisping said on his Believe You Me podcast that he understands Dana's position. Bisping explained that the UFC promoted Jones heavily and even met his reported financial demands for a fight with Tom Aspinall, yet the fight never materialized. He suggested that when major opportunities arise, reliability matters. Dana has also referenced Jones declining a short-notice fight at UFC 151 as part of the reason for his concerns. Dana White cancels UFC Perth co-main event. With UFC Perth just days away, the scheduled co-main event between Junior Tafa and Tuco Tacos has reportedly been cancelled due to injury. Tacos stated on social media that Tafa withdrew from the bout.asa result. The updated card will now feature Jimmy Crute vs Ivan Arslan as the new co-main event, while Dominic Reyes faces Carlos Ulberg in the main event.